Hello, friends! This July, if you're 65 or older, 3 separate government wins are hitting your account. An old age security raise worth up to $827 a month, a grocery benefit that just jumped 25%, and dental care that can cost you nothing out of pocket. But 2 of those 3 only arrive if you do one thing first. And number 6 is the one most seniors get completely backwards. Let's go through all 6 with the real dollar figures. Number 1. The old age security raise that just landed this quarter. Every 3 months, Service Canada rechecks OAS against the cost of living. And for July through September of 2026, it went up 1.2%. That's 2.3% higher than a year ago. Here are the exact numbers. Because rounded talk costs you money. If you're between 65 and 74, your full monthly OAS is now $751.97. If you're 75 or older, it's $827.17. The first check at the new rate arrives July 29th. Now the mistake. Most people never actually open the deposit and confirm the new amount landed. Last quarter, a retired teacher in London named David noticed his deposit still read $727, the old rate, called Service Canada, and had his file corrected and back paid within days. The neighbor who never looked went 3 months short. If your July 29th payment still shows the old figure, your file didn't update, and you need to call Service Canada. This happens every quarter to thousands of people. Second thing most seniors miss. There's also a permanent 10% bump the month after you turn 75, and it's automatic, but only if Service Canada has your correct birth date on file. And if you deferred your OAS past 65, every month you waited added 0.6%, permanently 7.2% for each full year. So someone who deferred to 70 is collecting well over $900 a month right now. The action this week: log into your My Service Canada account, open the July payment, and check the exact figure against the number I just gave you. If it's short, that's money you're owed. Number 2. The grocery check that just got 25% bigger. As of this July, the old GST/HST credit is gone. It's been replaced by a new program called the Canada Groceries and Essentials Benefit, and the first quarterly payment landed on July 3rd. Here's what changed and why it matters to your wallet. The government raised the amount by 25% and locked that increase in for 5 full years through 2031. On top of that, there was a one-time top-up paid out on June 5th to bridge you until the new benefit kicked in. Real numbers. A single senior with about $25,000 of income received a $267 one-time top-up in June, plus roughly $136 more for the year going forward. That's around $400 extra in your pocket, and every cent of it is tax-free. It arrives automatically by direct deposit or check every quarter. The next one after July is in October. Now the mistake that wipes this out entirely: you only get it if you filed your 2025 tax return. The CRA calculates this benefit straight from your tax file. No return, no payment, even if you owe nothing and have almost no income. A widow in Winnipeg living on $23,000 a year nearly skipped her return because she owed $0. A free tax clinic volunteer filed it for her, and the CRA backpaid the full $267 June top-up, plus every quarterly check she'd have lost. Every year, low-income seniors miss hundreds of dollars simply because they didn't file, thinking there was no point. There is a point. The point is this check. The action this week: if you haven't filed your 2025 return, file it now, even a nil return, and the CRA will backpay what you're owed. Number 3. And quick reminder, stay with me for number 6, because it's the one almost everyone gets backwards. Now that OAS raise comes with a trap, the clawback. Officially, it's called the OAS recovery tax, and it quietly takes your raise back if your income is too high. Here's the exact threshold for 2026. The moment your net world income passes $95,323, the government starts clawing back 15 cents of OAS for every dollar above that line. For seniors 65 to 74, your OAS is fully wiped out by the time income hits $155,109. For 75 and up, it's $161,088. The mistake that pushes people over the edge is a big one-time RRIF or RRSP withdrawal. One retiree in Calgary pulled $40,000 from his RRIF to redo a roof, tipped his net income to $98,000, and handed roughly $400 of OAS straight back to the recovery tax because he was $2,677 over the line at 15 cents on the dollar. Pull out an extra $20,000 in 1 year and you can accidentally cross that $95,000 line and lose thousands of dollars of OAS you'd otherwise keep. Here's what to do instead. If you have a spouse, use pension income splitting. You can move up to half of your eligible pension income onto their tax return, and if that drops your individual net income back under $95,000, your OAS is safe. You can also spread RRIF withdrawals across several years instead of taking one giant lump. $20,000 a year for 2 years instead of $40,000 at once keeps you clear. The action this week: add up your expected 2026 income before you take any year-end withdrawal. And if you're anywhere near $95,000, talk to whoever files your taxes about splitting before December, not after, because after is too late. Number 4. Free dental, and the income limit is far higher than you think. This is the Canadian Dental Care Plan, and here's the part that shocks people. You can earn up to $90,000 in adjusted family net income and still qualify. Most seniors hear government dental and assume it's only for the very poor, so they never apply, and they leave thousands of dollars on the table. Let me give you the exact tiers. If your adjusted family net income is under $70,000, your coverage is full and your co-payment is zero. You pay nothing. Between $70,000 and $80,000, the government covers 60%. Between $80,000 and $90,000, it covers 40%. Above $90,000, you're out. To qualify, you also need 2 things: no access to private dental insurance, and you and your spouse must have filed your taxes. Now think about what that's actually worth. A single filling runs $150 to $300. A cleaning and exam, easily $200. A full set of dentures can cost anywhere from $1,500 to $4,000 out of pocket. Under this plan, a lower-income senior pays zero for the exams, cleanings, x-rays, and fillings, and a large share of the denture cost too. The mistake: assuming you earn too much and never checking. A couple in Halifax on a combined $84,000 assumed they didn't qualify, skipped applying for 2 years, and paid $3,200 out of pocket for her partial dentures. The 40% tier would have handed them roughly $1,300 back. If you're a couple living on pensions totaling $85,000, you still get 40% covered. That's real money back. The action this week: pull the adjusted family net income from last year's return, and if it's under $90,000 with no private plan, apply through the Canadian Dental Care Plan. Number 5. The dental trap that quietly cancels your coverage. Getting approved for the Canadian Dental Care Plan is only half the battle. Staying covered is where people slip. First, this plan must be renewed every single year. Your eligibility is rechecked against each new tax return, so if you skip filing or your income creeps over $90,000, your coverage silently ends, and you may not find out until you're in the dentist's chair getting a bill. Second, know what needs pre-approval. Routine work, exams, cleanings, x-rays, basic fillings, is covered right away. But bigger procedures like dentures, crowns, and root canals usually need prior authorization before you sit down, and if your dentist does the work without that approval, you can get stuck paying the difference. A man in Ottawa booked a crown assuming it was automatically covered, skipped the pre-authorization, and got billed the full $1,100 because the plan needed sign-off first. Third, watch the co-payment. If you're in the $70,000 to $90,000 income band, the plan pays a percentage and you owe the rest. So always ask your dental office for the written estimate and exactly what the plan will cover before treatment starts, not after. And here's a detail people miss. The plan pays based on established fee guides, so if your dentist charges above that guide, say $260 for a cleaning, the guide sets at $200. You cover the gap even inside a covered category. The mistake: assuming covered means free for everyone. For under 70,000 seniors, it usually is free. For everyone else, there's a share to pay. The action this week: if you're already on the plan, put your renewal date in your calendar and file your taxes on time every year, because the fastest way to lose free dental is simply forgetting to refile. Number 6. The one almost everyone gets backwards. Here it is. Seniors assume the government automatically sends whatever they're owed. For the OAS raise, that's true. It's automatic. But for the two biggest dollar wins on this whole list, the grocery benefit and the dental plan, nothing arrives unless you act first. And that's exactly where people lose the most money. Both of them are unlocked by one single thing: your filed tax return. The Canada Groceries and Essentials benefit is calculated straight from it. Your dental eligibility is assessed straight from it. Miss the filing, and you silently lose both. No letter, no phone call, no warning. Service Canada will not come find you. And here's the part that's truly backwards. It's often the middle-income seniors, the ones who assume they earn too much to qualify, who lose the most because they never even check. One woman earning $62,000 was certain she was too well off for any of it. She filed and found she qualified for 40% dental coverage and the grocery check the same week. A couple on $85,000 still gets 40% of their dental covered. A single senior on $25,000 gets around $400 of grocery money, but only after filing. The people who win aren't the ones with the lowest income. They're the ones who file, check, and apply. So here is your single action step for this week. File your 2025 return if you haven't. Confirm your July 29th OAS deposit shows the new amount. And apply for the dental plan if your family income is under $90,000. Do those three things and you capture every dollar of all 3 July wins. If this helped you, subscribe and share it with one person over 65 who needs to hear it before the deadline slips past them.